Good morning. How are you? I'm Willow. Thank you very much, by the way. There's new subscribers. There's subscribers that have been here a while, some that are brand new. Thank you all very much for even thinking about subscribing to my page. Well, okay, so I do my makeup and I usually drink something, and I'm just kind of finishing my Hardy and Sons was called English breakfast. I had to think about that. I need more caffeine. Here it is. It's cold, but actually it's like ice cubes. Oh, it's so good. Right. I didn't realize I had two of them. I'm still using up the other one. I decided to be thrifty. Thrifty. Say that 3 times. Thrifty. 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 That's not so hard. Anyway, how are you? How you doing? What are you up to? What's your plans for the day? Today is Tuesday. I've already done my Makeup Monday and Tea Tuesday together because I have too many videos out there. I've been wondering if I should actually take some and just delete them. I mean, I do a lot. I do a lot of videos. But anyway, I've been here a while, you know. I think a year on this channel, but altogether, about 11 years, maybe more. I don't know. Something like that. Multitude of different channels. You know, talking about YouTube and channels, I remember, 15, 16 years ago, 17 maybe, I had, YouTube was different. You could do your whole page and make it look really pretty. And I had a picture that I got, I don't know, I researched, I guess. I just got a picture of Betty Davis in this beautiful, like her hair was all done up, eyes just, and this beautiful, beautiful chiffon dress that was puffy, and I loved it. And I had that as the background, and it was called Betty Davis 01 or something like that. It's since, I guess, closed. I don't know. Lost my email. Oh, I know what happened. Yeah, this is what happened to me back in the day. So I really liked it. And this other girl that I met, she was of the LDS faith. And she, too, had a plethora of channels. So on your channel, you could recommend a bunch of channels. And I recommended the rest of mine. So Betty Davis, Greta Garbo, Norma Jean. I did Norma Jean, and then I did, because that was all the stuff when she was younger, and copy and paste information about her as she was growing up. And then when she became, I can't remember. I do know. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway. Something in my tea. I'm not drinking that. Anyway. So I had all of these, and there was Kathy K, 1950. And she was using Norma Jean. Oh. Okay, Google, what was the other name for Norma Jean? I know it.
On the website theatlantic.com, they say, later, when she married James Doherty, she became Norma Jean Doherty. The star didn't
Google.
change her name.
Thank you. Anyway, Marilyn Monroe. Anyway, yeah, there was Kathy K 1950, and she had this channel that was a picture of a drive-in in the back, right? And we'd pop over there and say hello, how you doing, how's the day going? And she'd say, oh, just fine, you want a burger? It was like, it looked like antique cars sitting in front of this picture screen in the background. It was really cleverly done, and you know, we had our own little cliquey group, I guess, and it was a lot of fun. And I was with Shaw Cable at the time, and the internet, Shaw Cable gave us email address. So mine was like, I think it was Nita 474747, something like that. And then I'd have to have a new email for each one, because that's kind of how you had to do it. That's back in the day. I don't know if it's that way now. Anyway, So I had all these things, and then I switched from Shaw. Guess what happened? They deleted my email. There went my accounts. I was like, oh, this is crazy. And then trying to reconnect with a lot of people. Oh, that was kind of hard to do. Because you know, there's always somebody, and then you realize, like, holy cow, what happened to so-and-so? Oh, she died. Or so-and-so, you know, they're not on YouTube anymore. But we used to have these little dialects going back and forth, and just, it was really cute. It was fun. It was cute. It was when, well, Facebook, I think, right? YouTube, I mean, at the moment is a lot of fun because there's all these hashtags and anybody can join, and it's really cleverly done. The people that, you know, I'm subscribed to and people that subscribe to me, and we have a hoot. But yeah, I just was thinking about that today. I was thinking about all the channels I used to have, and I need a pencil. There we go. Stuff's gonna hold on better with a pencil. But yeah, I had 12 accounts for 12 actors. I even had Orson Welles. Oh, what was her name? In Jane Eyre. Because Orson Welles was on it when he was younger. Really good actor. Kind of a really nice looking chap when he was young. This robust, deep voice. Jane Fontaine. I had a Jane Fontaine page. And it was all about her and her movies. And of course, back then you could, you know, clip on the video that they've done for Jane Fontaine and sit there and watch it. You know, watch the movies. And so that's what I would do. And sometimes people that were part of our little group would try and find me, and I would try and find them. Especially the girl was from the LDS church with all her channels and all my channels. And I was like, okay, I'm over here now. So somebody would see that and go, oh, she's over in our Jane Fontaine, or she's over on her Betty Davis channel. So it was actually a lot of fun, and they would subscribe. And, you know, having a lot of subscriptions back then wasn't a big deal because I wasn't pumping out videos, you know. But it was just that somebody would subscribe and they would keep, you know, track of you and say hi and how's it going, and I'm doing this, and I got this to do and that to do. But dear old, you know, Kathy K. I didn't ever know her real name, but she passed. She passed away, and I would. Isn't that funny? You look at their icon, and you imagine what they would look like. There was also one who used Patsy Cline, country singer, and she was always trying to get me into country. I went, babe, it's never going to happen. I am not a country girl. Like, I'm a country girl at heart, but country music, oh, heck no. Mostly, I listen to, at home, mostly Christian music and like Bon Jovi, and but I'm careful of the lyrics I listen to because I realize they sneak in stuff. So I want to be careful of that. But yeah, I can listen to almost anything. And some stuff that's outright shameful that I would never want you to know I listen to. What is that one called? I'll tell you. I'm not going to hide it. Don't Talk to Strangers by Headley. Listen to the lyrics of that. She kidnaps a teenage boy, and yeah, he's on the milk carton next. Oh, scary bee. But isn't it interesting? When YouTube started, it was, well, my kids got into it, and it's all their fault that I went on YouTube in the first place. You know what they were doing? They were around the computer, laughing. All that dizzy boys, what are they laughing at? I went over the computer. I went, what's that? It's YouTube. I went, what's a YouTube? I remember when I said that. We're living in a souk. And he said, well, it's an online thing. And I was telling them, be careful. Don't give your personal information to anybody. You know, be careful this, careful that. I don't think they had channels. But where'd I put the mascara? There I did. I put it here. But it was fun because they were watching drunk monkeys. What can I say? Don't leave your booze out when you're going on holiday. You don't want the monkeys to drink your booze. But it was funny because here's tourists, you know, in their bathing suits or their little cocktail dress or whatever, having a martini or something, and how people can drink gin. Anyway, I digress. But they're drinking these fancy drinks, putting it down, and all of a sudden the chimps come from the forest, and, you know, because it was right beside them, and they're sitting there guzzling the booze down. These guys are little alcoholics. Like, really? They'd have to go to an AA meeting if they're a human, you know, but they were loaded and they're falling all over. And that's what the boys were laughing at. Cheeky brats. Cheeky brats. So funny. Drunk monkeys. Yep. So I start watching the drunk monkeys with them. And then we all three would be laughing our guts out with a pot of tea. And started watching some stuff on XJWs, which was very informative, given the fact that I had been raised by people that converted to that faith. Wow. It was very knowledgeable. And then I realized that everything was at my fingertips. It was phenomenal. But I really got into the old movies. Like, I had pagan channels when I was involved in paganism, and a few people here even remember a lot of those channels. I think Maple Spider was my, that's dry, was my main one. I like the name because I like spiders. I have a thing about spiders, not like above my head or anything, because there's lots of spiders on this island, but I like tarantulas. And I still may get one, I'm not sure. The climate here is probably okay for one. I have to research. I've never had a spider. Like, my mom had one, but I've never had a spider of my own, you know, to look after. And I have kitties. I don't know if they would take well to it or not. I had a tarantula. Yeah, it wasn't a black widow, it was a tarantula in high school. They had one in the lab. Why they would have a tarantula in the lab was disturbing. That was at Spectrum. And that's when we let out all the pigs. I was part of a little group. They were going to kill the pigs, right? And do science on them. And I thought that was wrong. So I was already at that point showing that I had a view and a purpose. And it was saving critters. So, yeah. Then all of a sudden somebody said, well, have you ever touched a tarantula? I was like, no. Do you want to? Okay. So it was on this hand. And all I can remember, just if you do it to yourself, you'll understand what I mean. Put your hand on top of this one and go, because that's what it felt like. And dig your nails in a little bit. These are not my nails, they're fake. Anyway, yeah, it was pretty wild. It really was. It was like, oh, this is so cool. What a rush. I was like, what happens if she bites me or poisons me? Well, you have to go to the hospital. I went, oh yeah, okay. It's funny, you know, when you're a teenager, what you'll do for a thrill. But man, that was totally cool. And Mom had a pet spider, and we were not allowed to move her or her nest. And all of her babies left. Mom was really kind of sad, actually, that the babies all went. Kind of like Charlotte's Web in a way, except there's no little Charlotte left. But it was neat. It was really neat. And my mother, huge spider lover. Did not help. I just say her name. Oh, do I remember it? From John Stubbs. She came over to our house, and what's her name? Anyway, her dad was in the military. Anyway, her mom, really nice people. But she used to come over and stay over quite a bit. That was grade 7. I can't remember crap. I don't know. I did remember for a long time. Anyway, she's in the kitchen, or in the dining room part of the kitchen, which just was separated by an island. And all of a sudden, I don't know, I was talking about the spider and showing her, yeah, she lives up there. And she looks up and she's like this, and she's like, all of a sudden, acting really weird, and she's on the floor crying, and she's in a corner. I'm not kidding. She was in a corner. I'd never known the word arachnophobia until that moment. And Mom's like, what the hell's wrong with her? I don't know. Well, how would I know, right? And so Shirley Hebert. So I called her mom, and I said, got a little bit of a problem. I'm not sure how to calm down Shirley. And she goes, what's wrong? And I said, I don't know. She saw her pet spider, and she's on the floor, and she's not doing so well. And she goes, she has arachnophobia. Didn't remember the name then. It took me quite a while. And she goes, she's terrified of spiders. I said, so what do we do for her? Like, I can't take the spider out of the room, so what do we do? She goes, I'll be there in a few minutes. And I think Shirley had to go home. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I don't really remember. A long time ago. But I do remember the experience of my first friend with arachnophobia. Isn't that wild? Poor kid. I can imagine if I had it and, you know, here's somebody wingy enough to think that it's totally normal to have a spider in their house. It must have freaked her right out. Well, it did freak her out. I should have seen her. I mean, it was just so sad. But anyway, my gosh, memories, right? Memories. La la la. Oh, I can't pretend to be her, and I don't want to. Anyway, I guess I put together as well as I can. Have a shower. Makeup's on. Do I do it every day? Mostly, yes. But not every. Every now and then I take a break. Especially from this stuff. And I have to throw this one out because I think it's probably... No, it smells good. It's just... Why is it empty? It's fairly new, I thought. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Didn't prime it up. Oh, maybe I'll put some more on. It's ever so much fun to put a load of crap on one's face. I don't know why. That was watching Jonathan Cahn. I watched him every single morning that I can remember. Or some days, excuse me. Some days I forget. Boy, did he have a message on... you gotta see it on YouTube. Passover. That Jesus even means Passover. And about, it ties into, you remember when Moses, like when the Pharaoh cursed the land, and God said to Moses that if you put the blood of the lamb over your doorway, death will pass over you. Well, that's because Jesus is the lamb, right? It's really cool. And it's neat because Jonathan Cahn went in detail about a lot of things, about the tears that God collects in a jar. That's in the Bible. I didn't think it was. I would have argued it. But I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot. It happens, you know. When you're human, you can't always be right. And certainly that doesn't happen with me being right all the time at all. But anyway, I would encourage you guys, if you're still with me at this point, check it out. Because honestly, even if you're not a believer, just check out some of the history with God in the early days with his chosen people. It's just phenomenal. And what it means today, you know, for his children. And for me, I looked at it that, oh wow, we haven't been doing Passover the right way. I'm sure God would understand. I'm certain that he would, you know. But the Jewish people, bless them, because they hold it correctly. The only thing is they don't believe that Jesus is the Lamb of God. But anyway, that's between them and God. I'm just going to keep on praying for them. Praying for all of you. I hope you're doing beautifully and healthy and drinking lots of water, doing your exercise. I'm doing that in a few minutes. You all know what that is. Treadmill. Looking forward to it because I've skipped the past 2 days. All right. Blessings. Blessings, my people. Take good care, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining me in this video. I really appreciate it. Thanks.